Oh, Almin, thank you so much for doing this with me and always showing up strong and passionate. It's amazing. So I wanted last week we trained on the first year of network marketing, and I actually told Tanya I will train on the cash flow quadrant tonight, but I'm not prepared for that. So tonight I want to just invest some of my social media knowledge with you guys. I know, like, I have done social media training in the past, but there's a few things that I really just want to stress again because I see the posts and then I'm like, oh, these are a little bit mistakes. Don't do this, because there are things that you do that definitely slows down your algorithm and it's bad for you. Okay, so from experience, last month my reach was 202,000 people, and I don't have 202,000 people who follow me. So just to know and understand that it doesn't always matter the amount it is being recorded, Mel. It doesn't always depend on the amount of people on your friend list or your followers. It all depends on what you are doing on your Facebook. So first step, please, guys, you need to know and understand if you're using Facebook to grow your business, which personally, I don't see any other reason to use Facebook, okay? This is what I've been doing for 4 years, 4.5 years now. Make your profile public. If you are wary about posting things about your children, those you can make private or friends only. When you post, you have the option to select. But if you want to grow your business and you want to use social media as the platform, guys, we all know it's not your friends who's going to buy from you. It's strangers who's going to get hope. Like Yolanda on the school, I wouldn't have known her if it wasn't for Facebook. But she kept on watching, kept on asking questions. Fortunately, she's in Namibia. She's making a plan to do this business, and she already signed up her first person. And she's also very vocal on Facebook. So Facebook is a beautiful platform that you can either spend, hello, Yolanda, you can spend your time on there scrolling and wasting your time, or you can spend your time on there creating a funnel of it. It doesn't run out. It doesn't run out if you do it right. So let's start with basics. Profile, public. Your profile photo should also be preferably of yourself. They should see what you look like. So on your cover photo, put your whole family there if you want to do that. But your profile photo should be a reflection of you. Who are you? Even if sometimes it's me with my 2 boys. But it's not this big family photo. They can't see my face. They can't see my eyes. They need to see you're a real person. Okay. Then be vocal on your Facebook about your journey. But without mentioning product name, now and then you can. But as soon as you put in a product name, 2 things happen. Okay? Facebook slows it down because they see it as marketing. Why are you not paying them for ads? Okay, so they slow it down. Your algorithm, whoop. Then other people are going to be too proud, too busy, too important to ask you about this. They're going to go to Google and they're going to find it on Google, because they're not going to say, oh, this company is not allowed to sell it on Amazon. They don't care. Where can I find it? I need this now. So that's why we want the person to reach out to you to say, what is this? So you are just creating curiosity. Okay. What I did with my journey, as soon as I started patching, and I know Yolanda also said she will do it, is to share. I saw a beautiful post she did this morning of, on ADHD, we're not making claims. Okay. She shared about her son, who's going to start with the patches. Okay. So you start to create curiosity about something. She didn't now go and list everything about the company, everything. Guys, people don't want to see that. They want to see a real person struggling with a real thing, coming with a real solution. They don't want to see an infomercial, really. As soon as you shift your mind from that into, I am going to build meaningful relationships on this platform, I'm going to bring hope, I'm going to bring a solution to other people's problems. You will start to reap the benefits. Otherwise, you're just selling something. And people are tired of people wanting their money. They want a solution. Okay. What brings down, I literally call it algorithm killers. If you put your link to anything in your post, if you put your link to your WhatsApp even, it's going to slow down. Facebook doesn't like links. If you put a link to YouTube, it slows down incredibly because Facebook and YouTube doesn't work together. They're not in collaboration. Facebook and Instagram works together. But now as soon as you throw a YouTube link there, it's going to kill your algorithm. Now, shop links. That's actually, you should really not do that. If you put your shop link in the post, once again, it's going to slow down. If you really want to go that way, which I feel is not a good way to do business, because this is about personal relationships, you can put your link in the comments. But I don't recommend that. It's about building meaningful relationships. You're not an infomercial. Okay. So what do we then post? We post, I still can't believe the reaction I got on the SB6. I patched it on my ankle. I clapped on top of my kitchen counter and I took a photo and I said, oh, this bad boy is going to help me with my appetite and the weight I've gained. Something silly, just like that. Real raw, not, oh, SB6 does this, that. No, wara. Just, this is going to help with my appetite. I had 48 people wanting information. Only 2 bought. One bought SB6 and the other one bought X39, but those people are watching me. So now if I do have my transformation, they're going to be like, yeah, I need those batches. Okay. So that's what it's all about. And people, we're doing this now in that 40-day training as well with Chris and them. People need 8 to 12 engagements of something. No, wara, yes. To something before it even sinks in. Guys, what we sit with here is so mind-blowing. So don't think you're going to speak to a person once or twice and they're going to be like, yeah, I want this. Very seldomly that happens. Yolanda is an example of one of those people. I sent her the information, but she's already in the network marketing industry and she's already passionate about health and wellness. So that is a big game changer because she's my tribe. She's already my tribe. But there's a lot of people out there that doesn't really care about health and wellness. They just don't want to pain anymore. So as simple as that, you keep your posts. And I can share here tonight. I thought I was very OLEC. And I'm using ChatGPT for my beautiful posts. When you copy and paste to Facebook, it slows your algorithm. When you type in Facebook, every little letter, they pick up on it. It's built like that. Your post will get more interaction, more reach, because it's yours authentically. That's something that Facebook pushes a lot. So I had the most beautiful vocabulary and everything. And I just literally saw in 1 week, my reach going from 202,000 people to 89,000 people. It's more, it's so much less. It's like crazy. I can kick my own bum. But now I can share that with you. Don't think you're OLEC to go and copy and paste something else. Not of another member, not of something you saw on Dr. Stanley's page, not from the WhatsApp. You go and type it out. Even if you take it on the other device and you type it out word for word, it's going to serve you better. Okay. Lesson learned. Okay. So what is good for building? Oh, Tanya, what is good for building your algorithm? What boosts that? Okay. Facebook is all about the self, the Facebook. Okay. When you post a selfie, Facebook loves it. People love it. They want to see what you do. So it doesn't always have to be a perfect thingy, but you have your patch on, you show to it, or you pull a funny face, whatever. If it's a selfie, it will go further. It's just the way it is, okay? So I haven't been posting selfies because I've got 2 lelijke goedjies on my face, and I don't want to hide it. So I'd rather just not post a selfie. That's very good for algorithm. But now you post something, and it gets a lot of attention, what do you do now? You go and like and comment on each and every single comment. Even if it's on my son's birthday, happy birthday, you heart it and you say, thank you so much. Don't just put an emoji or something like that. That person took the time to respond to your post, have respect to respond to them. Even if they just put a little picture, the way you show up online needs to reflect who you are. So now, if you're going to comment on my page and I'm not even going to respond to you, what kind of a person is that? You're going to speak to me in spot and I'm going to be like, I don't want to speak to you. No, man, show up real. Show up the way you are. It's the same thing that I shared the other day. If you're too busy to respond properly, wait till later until you can respond properly. Then, if you post something with a question and you want people's opinions, people like to give their opinions. They like to know they matter and they like to give their opinions. So try and post interactive things as well. So always try to add value. So what I saw, my algorithm went up, skyrocketed, is when I did a post like, who wants an anti-inflammatory diet? Look at any resource you have. Like Yolanda did now. She's on a gut healing program. And she said, I'm busy with this. If you want this, comment gut. I said, if you want this, just comment or message me. So people want free things. Even if you need to go and spend a little bit of time and put together something simple that you can put your own stamp on. Because obviously my anti-inflammatory plan, I spent hours on it. So it's mine. But I can share it to whom I want to. And you can even go and find resources on the internet. Interesting, just make sure it's legit. And then you can say, would you be keen? Because now they see you giving. You're not just wanting. In this life, there's so many people just wanting things. Rather see what you can give. And from that, they can get to know your heart. All right. And now what do we do? If you feel like, gosh, I'm stuck. These people on my Facebook, they're not responding. Guys, we go and find a fishing pond and we go and find beautiful fishes that speak our language. So you go and join an interest group or two, all right? All these groups are not going to allow you to advertise on there. You're not doing that to advertise. You're not an infomercial. You go on there and you comment and you build relationships on that group. If someone asks a question, it must be something like Tanya is very good with counseling and people and behavioral things. So she will go on there and see what advice she can ever so gently give so that people start to get an interest in her. Because now, obviously, it's something she's interested in. She's good in it. So who's this lady? I see Tanya's name quite often. I'm going to go check her out. And that's where the beauty happens. What are big, big, big mistakes people do on their Facebook? Now it's all about the product. Yeah, it's just a patch post all the time. No, they will look at your profile, scroll down and say, I'm not interested. This person is just selling something. So the rule is 70% personal life, real person, who are you? 30% business and product. On your stories, on your WhatsApp statuses, on your Facebook profile, everywhere, you need to be a real human first. If you lose your humanity, your human factor, people are not interested. There are too many companies that literally kills the platform with just being all about the business. Okay. So that's how you do it. And then if you want to, something we did with my previous company that worked very well, I am just not the birthday person. So you make notes of you make a note of it to go and pay attention every day to whose birthday it is. And a very good tip that I actually got from Ray Higdon, he's also an incredible international coach, is to send a message the next day in inbox and say, oh, I'm so sorry that I missed your birthday, but I just really want to pray the best year for you, and you make it like a heartfelt message. And once again, then you end with, I'm so sorry for being a day late. Because now all the hoo-ha about their birthday is gone already. And people like their birthdays. So now when you do that, you're connecting to them in such, Facebook doesn't remind me about, oh gosh, no, I'll tell you where. I'll make a screenshot and share it in the screen recording and share it in the group. Maybe it's gone, but I saw it the other day. So what's beautiful about that, if you're not just going to say on the wall, happy birthday, come on, guys, let's be honest. It's my birthday, I get like 400 messages. It's just catch up to just go and like all of that. You don't take it in. You see all these beautiful messages, but there's no way of you storing it. But now the next day, someone sends you, oh, I'm so sorry, I forgot your birthday, and you're such a special person, wada, fish-based, not to be ugly, a beautiful message, not fish-based. And that touches their hearts in a deeper way, because now you're connecting with them and they see you're a real person. Okay. And that is from my side all I can actually say. So you stay. Oh, yeah. So every day we need to see something on your stories, which is at the top. For the people who doesn't know, please learn. It's fun. Okay. Because some people don't look at your profile ever. They just go and look at the stories. They're like story hoggers. And in the stories, it should be about your story, because you can't post also. On your Facebook, you never post more than 3 times a day. Okay? If you post 4 hours apart. Otherwise, you're also just exhausting your audience. If you have one very good post a day, that's more than enough. But if you feel like you need to grow your algorithm, post 3 times a day, 4 hours apart. Okay, it doesn't have to be exactly 4 hours apart, but everything shorter than that also just exhausts the system. Okay, then it gets lost. If you have a wow post that got a lot of attention, hold the 3, there's 3 little knoppies. Let me make sure quickly, sorry. Hop into Facebook. You go onto your profile, and there you will see, okay, you've got the 3 little dots at the right top corner. Then you can click there and say pin it. So if there's something you want extra attention on, you pin it to your profile for however long you want to. All right. Yes, your story on your Facebook is to share. When you log into your Facebook, it looks like this. And then you see right at the top, it shows your picture, and you say plus. And I'm still going to share my photo. So now and again, I will do a product post and say that. And so just say, so excited. Best delivery of my life. Best delivery of my life. And then I'll sort of put that writing over it so that it's not just open like that. And you say, got done, and just like that. So it creates curiosity. People love to see what's going on in our lives. I can see, like there, I already want to see what this lady posted about her face, because it looks like she's got a shine now. I hope she doesn't. But we're interested in other people. It's the way we're wired. So now you put something on your story. Now they see the stories loading and they're story hoggers. Now they're going to go check out your profile because this person seems interesting. And that's also the easiest way that you will seem uninteresting or just not my vibe. So yeah, that's important. And then on the WhatsApp statuses, you need to utilize that as well, because people get bored, and we must also be honest that screens give us dopamine. Social media releases dopamine in our brains. When we post things, this is something important I always like to emphasize as well. You are more than your Facebook, because this journey is nice. Trust me, guys. Some days I get overwhelmed with all the likes and the loves and the messages I get. But now when you post something and you don't get that reaction, you feel like you did something wrong. It's just a system, guys. It's not a true reflection of what people think about you. don't go for the dopamine spikes, for the likes and the comments. If you are posting and you're getting no interest, you must know you are doing something wrong, okay? Either your algorithm is slowed down or people are just frustrated with you. So there's that button, hide or snooze for 30 days. You don't want that to happen. So always go out. Let's make it our core values of our team Lightyear. Serve first, love first, care first, business later. Okay, so you show up on your socials with the heart of what value can I bring to the people who's watching my profile. Okay, do we have any questions? No questions? So next time I can prepare better and compile some slides as well. I also said on Team Lightyear, sorry guys that I've been a little bit missing in action. Great developments in my life, but we must still remember that this is a business, and especially for us on Team Lightyear, we're not doing this as a hobby. We want to make the millions, and it's good. We can want that, but then we need to treat it like a job. And I slacked a little bit because in my direct network, I was very busy, but this online team is very important to us, and we will pull up our socks, and from now on Fridays, we will have the invitation out for the next week so that we can have these calls full again. Okay. Good. Then yeah, I see Jenny is unmuted.
Yeah, I wanted to say something. Also, what I learned was if you want to get your algorithm up, you often have to go and select a couple of people and just go and like their post or comment on their post before you post, so that when you post, all those people will see it first on their what do you call it, on their screen or feed or whatever. And yeah, we when I was in the previous network marketing, it's one of the things that they taught us.
It's also, I'm very happy that you mentioned that. If you are interested on this call to go to the basics of social media networking, I have a basic training on that as well, where I say we do those reach outs before like, comment. I call it the 3-3-3 method. So like, comment on 3 people you want especially to see your stuff, then do a post. Thank you, Jenny. That's so valuable. If I had the slides, I would remember. So thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah, actually on that note, to add in there, what actually, if you're busy talking to someone as a prospect, to pick that specific person on Facebook to go and share your things to them, it helps quite a lot, because that person doesn't know that there's a reason why your things are coming up. But because, as you said earlier, people need all of these 8 to 12 times of seeing this before they're actually hearing it. So if you're being specific with who you're talking to on WhatsApp and then who you go and like and comment on Facebook, it really helps you a lot.
Yeah. To do it intentionally. Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah.
And I think if I can add, Gazelle, I mean, fantastic, man. Thank you so much for doing this. I think for a lot of people who are not yet on Facebook or doing it, it's obviously because you don't know enough, or one's just uncomfortable about doing that. So I think if you've got to pay a fee to learn a bit more, to actually get it done and up and running, it will be probably the best money you've spent. To start today and then add people. So yeah, I think we must also look at that and encourage everyone to do this, because it'll grow everybody's network.
Yeah, now that we're on and we like very devoted business builders, I have a suggestion as well. So perhaps we should, next week we do the cash flow quadrant, because I think that's also very important to do the mind shift. Okay. But then maybe do the basic social media training that I do. If you guys won't mind that it's my slides for my personal team, I'm not going to change it and rename and everything. It's just going to be too difficult. There's no product name on this, so it's applicable. And then what worked very well is we used to do a work half an hour every day with my previous company. And I've been thinking that I think that will also be very good if we even if we just start 3 days. Almina and them fell in a different leg. So I don't know if you know the DMO, the work calls we did. And then literally in that 30 minutes, we all work together. We're on Zoom. You don't get to be pretty. We're here to work, okay? And it was normally 10 o'clock in the morning, or we'd set a time. And then we go and we say, okay, this is my DMOs. This is the DMOs for today, daily method of operation. You go and post a story. You go and post on your statuses. You do your post. You do a quick live. It's different things every time. But then we need to get all our builders in and really help them, because that, I don't think we truly understand if you've not been doing it. You guys, Almine and I, we understand it. Yolanda understands it. Jenny understands it. To use Facebook, guys, I still 90% of my clients I get from there. If it wasn't for Facebook, I would not have the organization that I have. Even Martisha, we know each other, Almine's upline. We know each other from my previous company, but she saw my stuff on Facebook. We need to utilize this more and more. And once you get familiar with it, Facebook for Dummies, literally, once you get familiar with it, it becomes like breathing. It's literally, if I don't post for 2 days on my Facebook, I get messages. Are you okay? I'm like, why? Oh, you haven't posted for a while. I'm like, oh gosh, I didn't post. What happened? So I think we should maybe do that. And we have a work call, like a work call for our team. And it doesn't always have to be like, if I can be there, I'm there. If you can be there, Jen, you there, Almine, Mel, all of us, we need to get this so that our newbies can fall into the system. So maybe for a week, we just practice, and we can have a little, we can have an admin group, and we can do some ideas of DMO. So if I can't be on the call, then Tanya runs with it. If she can't be on the call, then Jenny runs with it. We are leaders to our organization. And that's what, when Chris was here, we had a lot of good talks, even though it was fast. But our organizations are all going to grow as big as his. So we also need to do things that are unique and different. We're still part of them. But what's going to make you stand out, Gavin? What's going to make you stand out, Tanya? We need to stand out, because the market is going to be full of LifeWave, which is beautiful. We want everyone to be patched, but I want you and me to make the success in this. So good.
I agree. Let's do that. I think that's just amazing. And I think that level of cooperation and collaboration amongst all of us, I think it will just explode this thing like a mushroom. And if you see, we're the second year running the top company in the world again. It's going to be the same next year, I'm pretty sure. And then as those new products come in, if we're not at the front, somebody else is going to tell them about LifeWave. And so I think we have a short window where we don't actually have a choice. We all want to build the business. Thank you for suggesting it, and let's figure out how we do that and admin it in the background with some of you guys that have specialized it in already, and we share that across everyone. I think that's magnificent, and I think it's just going to explode.
Okay, beautiful.
Lovely. It's just amazing.
And when the Netflix movie comes out, can you imagine then? Everyone's going to know about it.
Now we need to prepare everyone. If they see that, they know to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, next level. Okay.
Good. Thank you, guys and ladies, for your time. We must just not give up for one more day. I saw a beautiful thing last Friday at the BNI. There was a quote on the board, and it said, "A winner is only a loser who tried one more time."
Yeah.
So,
nice one.
We just continue. Lovely. All right. And it's a pleasure, Tanya. Cool, lovely to read your comments.
Yeah.
Love you guys so much. Let's take this bigger, stronger, better, and let's stand out and be unique. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Fantastic.
Love you lots. Thank you.
Thank you, Gazelle. Thank you, Mel. Thanks, everybody.
You're welcome. Okay, great.